Ike Agassi and Louis Diankulu. We'll start with a statement from Coach Lundy. We'll take a couple questions for the student athletes, and we'll dismiss them to the locker room. Then a couple questions for Coach Lundy. So, Coach.
Well, congratulations to Northern State. It was had to be a fun game to watch. Obviously, a tough environment for us, but we battled. We opened it up in the first half and had a good lead and shot ourselves in the foot a little bit, and they cut it at halftime. They made unbelievably smart halftime adjustments on the ball screens. Really got some easy ones coming out of the gate in the second half. And then, it was back and forth. A bunch of really good players making really good plays. I think that, personally, I feel like I let our guys down in a couple of situations. Probably should have worried about getting the rebound more than making a free throw before we got the rebound there in the first overtime, or whatever overtime that was. But I'm unbelievably proud of our guys, unbelievably honored to be their coach, and just heartbroken to see it end for them, and wish that today I could have been a better coach for them.
We'll take a couple questions for the student athletes. Anything? All right, go ahead.
I just didn't want to go home. Every time out, that was kind of what our guys were saying. It's now or never, and, leave it all on the floor. So I'm a senior. The 4 stars are seniors, too. So every shot, it was just like the last shot of my life. So I just didn't want to go home.
Louis, there was a battle in the post between you and Doyle throughout the game. You had big games. You had 19 points. That's one shot or 3 high for you. It was an NCAA tournament of success for you, especially offensively.
I was just trying to finish at the rim and trying to be productive for my team, just trying to stay aggressive throughout the whole game.
For someone who's coming back next year, and I see 7 seniors graduate, what does that senior class, people like Ike mean to you, especially who has accomplished so much and brought the program to the heights?
I love those guys, and I learned a lot this year from them pushing me and from them being on me, being tough on me throughout the whole year. And all I can do is really learn from this and come back harder next year.
And for you, it's 2 straight years. It was 30 wins last year, 32 wins this year. It's program record of your 2 years in the program. Obviously, the first Final Four trip in 15 years. I know it's tough now, but when you step back, what do you make of your wins experience?
I loved it, man. I loved every part of it. I loved all my players. I loved my coach. I know he's being hard on himself over there, but we wouldn't be here in this position without Coach Lundy. So looking back at it, I have no regrets. Left it all on the floor tonight, and I know my teammates did as well. So looking back at this year, I loved it, and take it with a grain of salt and move forward.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Okay, we'll open it up for questions for Coach Lundy.
Coach, they missed the free throw at the end of the first, at the end of regulation. Got a chance to go down in the ball game. First at that point, what were you thinking? Was it like the look you got on the top? Shot a fairly open three out of the left point.
Yeah, I thought that was definitely the shot that we wanted. We would either get Ike going to the rim or Todd on the pop. So that one was good. The next time we had it, I don't remember, second overtime, first overtime we had. I had shifted the players. I was trying to get away from us going downhill on their 5-man, who had made a couple really good plays defensively through that stretch. So, you know, I think I overthought it a little bit. You know, there would definitely be 4 or 5 plays in this game that I would have done things differently.
What did you do well to take Todd out of the game offensively? At one point, he was 0 for 4. I know he's the kind of player that can affect the game in different ways. Did have 7 rebounds, but foul trouble and only had 1 point in it.
I mean, they obviously they keyed on him. They switched the ball screens effectively. You know, I feel bad for Todd because he's had a stellar season, an unbelievable career. First game out, he was fantastic, and you know, I hate it for him that he had a tough night tonight on his last one. But you know, give them credit. They guarded him, and switched when they needed to. They stayed under his feet, and he just never could get going.
And lastly, what do you think of the 5-point swing? They got 5 points, maybe about 20 seconds or so left. It's first overtime, I believe it was. Foul, 3-point shooter, and then obviously an offensive rebound, kind of break that down for us. That was a momentum changing play, it seemed.
Yeah, that was you know, fouled a 3-point shooter that late in the game. We had just missed a free throw to send it to you know, 6, and so that was our first mistake. And then he made the first 2. I tried to go with a better free throw shooting lineup, and didn't use my timeout. Debated on all that. I went back and forth on all that, and obviously made the wrong decision. They missed the free throw, tap out, 3-point play or 3-pointer, and you know, it's just, you got to give them credit. You know, their backs were absolutely against the wall, and they made huge, not 1 or 2 plays, but a series of plays.
One thing for you, Coach. You sent off 7 seniors. You had a veteran group, and there was obviously high expectations coming into the year with the preseason ranking that you had. They have accomplished things like reach #1 in the country for the first time in program history, and back-to-back years set program records for wins. What is this group whose careers come to an end tonight in Sioux Falls? What do they mean to you?
I mean, they mean everything. They're, you know, I told them in there. I don't know that I've ever been more proud of a group, more honored to coach a group. You know, they're my children. You know, I'll be with them the rest of their lives, and it will at some point hit me that I can't coach those guys anymore. You know, some of those guys have been with me since the day I stepped on back on campus at Queens 5 years ago. So, you know, this is, you know, the way it happened is heartbreaking. I mean, it's absolutely heartbreaking. So we'll, you know, we'll continue to grow the program. You know, that I don't worry about, but sure I'm going to miss those guys.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.